The Other Side of the Red Sea, a 10-minute dramatic devotional, narrative from the perspective of an Egyptian soldier. My name is Merim. I was a soldier in Pharaoh's army, the mightiest army in the known world. We were proud, disciplined, feared. I believed in Pharaoh, the God-king, with the loyalty of a son. That belief began to crack the day the Nile turned to blood. At first we laughed, thought it a trick. Our magicians mimicked it, after all, but then came frogs, and gnats, and flies. Plague after plague, Egypt groaned. The skies turned dark, our livestock died, and still, Pharaoh hardened. Each morning I polished my armor, but each evening I sat with neighbors mourning their firstborn. And something inside me whispered, "This is not the hand of men." When the slaves finally left, there was silence in the city. It felt less like victory, more like ... judgment withheld. Still, we followed the order. Pursue them, bring them back. We rode out under a full moon, the sound of hooves thundering like vengeance. But I saw Pharaoh's eyes, and there was something frantic in them. Not power, panic. We caught up at the edge of the sea, not scrambling, not screaming. They knew they were safe. I will never forget what I saw. A wall of water split in two. The Hebrews walked through as if on solid ground, and yet we chased them. Not because we believed we would win, but because we couldn't imagine doing otherwise. I couldn't hear my comrades' voices over the roar. I hesitated at the water's edge. My horse bucked. The air crackled with tension. And then we entered. Cries filled the air. I was thrown from my horse, swallowed by chaos. Walls of water rose higher than our pyramids, and then I heard the cry, not of men, but of heaven. The sea began to shake. I turned my horse, shouted to my captain, but it was too late. Water surged like a beast unchained. Chariots splintered. I should have died, but I woke on the shore, alone, wet, alive. I didn't know what to say. The people I once called slaves, they were singing, "You saw the sea," he said. A former enemy among those once enslaved. You heard him too. I stayed hidden among the rocks, watching them praise a God I did not know. A God who split seas. A God who fought for his people. I could have crept back to Egypt, told no one. Lived a quiet life with loud questions, but I chose to follow at a distance. Days later, I found a Hebrew elder and fell to my knees. He placed his hand on my shoulder. Now I walk in the desert, but I have peace, because I now serve a God who liberates, who parts the sea between death and life, and who can rescue, even a soldier who once rode to kill. You've ever felt like the enemy, like you were too far gone, remember, Merim. Because grace isn't just for those who crossed the sea first. It's also for those who washed ashore on the other side.